Hello everyone and welcome to day 2 of whatever this is. Getting exercise out on the beach. Gotta go outside and do some stuff in the real world. I happened to stumble on a pile of unlimited free cobblestone very nearby, and so I am putting it into the next best thing from an inventory, which is a rickshaw that you can make out of scrap parts. Note to self: it would be helpful if past me knew that you should not load the rickshaw too much. As you can see, I'm stacking this thing. I didn't stack it too high that time, but eventually silly old me is gonna put too many stones on, and the aluminium wheels underneath are not gonna like that. They end up buckling. I think I mentioned that in day 1, but it still hasn't happened yet because I'm still going over the old footage. I just continuously do this. Very important to bend with the knees. Do not forget to bend with the knees. I know it sounds like a stupid old person saying, "Oh, you should always bend with your knees when you're picking stuff up," but it really does help. You're gonna absolutely obliterate your spine if you are constantly bending over without bending your knees. Cannot stress it enough. I made the mistake. We're doing some other stuff, and it was very sore. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all that needs to be said. But as you can see, I'm beginning development on a side wall here, protruding to the side of the main pile of rocks here. We're starting to get a cobblestone wall developing. The tide is hungrily lapping up the beach, eager to devour and consume anything that floats and suck it out to sea again. It doesn't work on me. I seem to have shoes that are just fine in water. Also, another note to self: if you have gone out into salt water, do not put your wet, soaking, salty clothes on nice, shinily new water-blasted concrete, because it will stain. It will stain the concrete and it will make it look very ugly. Unless you're trying to do some sort of art where you're deliberately staining it in a pattern, would not recommend. Also, be careful. Sand definitely fills up whatever type of clothes that I'm wearing right now. The sand gets in, and washing machines and plug holes and shower holes do not like it. I used to hose off outside. Anyway, I'm just going to continue to build and just sort of ignore the ocean. I know it's telling me that I shouldn't be out here by surrounding the area in water, but I don't really care. Also, another note to self: there are sea lice. Lots and lots of sea lice. Where there's rocks and where there's sand and hidey holes that sea lice can hide in. Sandhoppers, sea lice, all manner of things that you do not want to be biting you. I have to wear longs with a hoodie and preferably earplugs, but usually the hoodie is enough so long as your head's out of the water most of the time, because lice will eat you alive. I have heard stories from local fishermen I live with who said he left the fishing net out for like 2 hours and the sea lice had devoured like a snapper. I think it was a snapper. Might have been a flounder, I'm not sure. Anyway, the sea lice had eaten the entire fish and all that was left was the skeleton when he pulled up the thing. So if you're going to go out into this particular area of ocean, if you're constantly moving, you should be fine. But if you stay still for too long, you're going to get eaten alive. Very literally, if your skin is not covered. So very good for keeping unwanted swimmers away from my castle. 10 times worse than piranhas or crocodiles, because those you can actually see. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm just going to continue to collect cobblestone from this, what is basically just cobblestone lying around all over the ground. Don't even have to mine this stuff because it's already pre-rolled in the ocean to make very nice smooth stones. Excellent for building with. Some of them are pretty big. For some reason there's random bits of concrete lying around on the beach as well. I don't know who dumped them there or how they managed to get away with it, but they are also very good building resources that I don't like to use in this particular structure because it makes it look tacky. But I will sometimes use them just to make outline structures and little temporary pillars. They're also very light. Varying weight classes of all the rocks here. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. It looks like the wall that has been built there hasn't been built, but it's just because of the camera angle, I think. I'm adding stones, slowly adding the protrusion, or I might have accidentally put the video clips in the wrong order. That could be the case, I'm not sure. Anyway, I think I will end day 2 there. It's been about 5 minutes or so. I'm going to let you go. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day and goodbye.